Hi there, and welcome back to Paws and Pawsitivity. I'm Jamie Watkinson-Harvey, your certified dog trainer, behaviour consultant, and host of this podcast. Whether you're walking your pup through the countryside or tucked up at home with a cuppa and a snoring dog at your feet, I'm really glad that you're here. Today, we're going to be exploring a topic that hits home for many families who welcomed a rescue dog into their lives. What to do when your new dog starts guarding food, toys, or even spaces for members of your household. I'm talking about those sudden growls when a child gets too close to a chew, the stiffening when another dog approaches their bowl, or that intense stare when someone walks past their favourite resting spot. It's tough, it's emotional, and it can really shake your confidence. So let's unpack it gently, because there's a lot more going on underneath the surface than just bad behaviour. First things first, if your rescue dog shows signs of resource guarding, I want you to know this. They're not being dominant, naughty, or ungrateful. They are scared, and fear, not malice, is what drives guarding behaviours. Think about it from their perspective. Many rescue dogs have had to compete for resources, food, safe places to sleep, or even just a moment of peace. Some may have had food withheld, been forced to eat near other stressed dogs in kennels, or had no reliable access to anything comforting. And then when they finally land in a loving home, it can feel like everything could be taken away again in any moment. So when we ask them to share a chew toy with a family Labrador or let a toddler stumble past their bowl, it can feel like a huge threat. Guarding is a survival instinct. It doesn't mean your dog is broken. It means they are still healing. One of the biggest issues that I see, especially in busy family homes, is that we apply a human timeline to a canine adjustment. We expect dogs to settle quickly, to know the rules, to bond instantly, and to be fine within weeks. But healing doesn't work like that. Every rescue dog has a story we don't fully know. Some come with visible scars. Others hide their trauma behind a waggy tail for weeks before showing us how they really feel. The honeymoon period, that's the first few weeks where your new dog seems calm and easy, can be a bit of a mirage. Once they feel safe enough to relax, that's often when the guarding starts. It's not regression, it's reality. So if your dog has started guarding after a few weeks at home, it doesn't mean you've done something wrong. It means they're starting to show you who they really are. And that's the start of real trust. When it comes to resource guarding, management isn't just helpful, it's essential. Here's the thing. We don't train away guarding in the middle of an outburst. Prevention, management, and slowly building trust are your biggest allies. If your dog guards food, they should be fed somewhere private, behind a baby gate, in a crate, or a separate room. That's not punishment, that's protection. If a child reaches for a dropped treat and the dog stiffens, we don't correct the dog. We manage the environment so it never has to feel that threatened again. It's about removing the opportunity for stress to escalate. And if your dog guards toys or chews, maybe those items shouldn't be freely available yet. Maybe high-value items are only given when they're alone or under supervision, until you've had time to build more positive associations. Management isn't a failure. It's what sets the stage for safe, effective learning. Now let's talk kids. Children move unpredictably. They squeal, they run, they drop things, and they're often eye level with the very thing your dog is guarding. That's a perfect storm for conflict. It's our job as adults to create safe boundaries for both dogs and kids. That might mean setting up dog-only zones, teaching kids not to approach when a dog is eating or chewing, and making sure supervision is always in place. I cannot stress enough, never leave a child and a dog alone together, especially where there's food, toys, or a sleeping dog involved. Even the gentlest pup can react if they're startled or feel unsafe. There's also a myth out there of, he knows it's wrong. Let's just gently pop this myth, shall we? Your dog doesn't know it's wrong to guard a toy. They're not being sneaky or testing you. They are responding to an emotional trigger. And if they growl or snap, it means they've already felt scared enough to react. Our job is to listen before it gets to that point. A stiff posture, a freeze, a low growl. These are communication tools. They're good signs because they're giving us a chance to intervene before something worse happens. And when you respond to those early signs with empathy and space, your dog learns that it doesn't have to escalate. Working through resource guarding is not about fixing your dog. It's about building trust. And trust takes time. You're not racing anyone, and you're certainly not behind. It's okay if it takes months for your dog to feel safe enough to nap in the same room as your toddler. It's okay if your dog needs to be walked separately for a while. It's okay to feel frustrated or disheartened sometimes. That doesn't make you a bad dog guardian. It makes you human. What matters is that you keep showing your dog with kindness, patience, and willingness to meet your dog where they are, not where you wish they were. So let's wrap this up. If your rescue dog is guarding resources, it's not a failure, it's communication. They are telling you what they need to feel safe. And when you respond with patience and structure, you're showing them that their needs matter. So feed them separately, put toys away for now, keep the toddler at a distance. And remember, it's not forever, it's a foundation. You're not spoiling your dog by protecting their boundaries. You are showing them what love really looks like. And that's it for today's episode of Paws and Pawsitivity. I hope this gave you a clearer picture of what's really going on behind guarding behaviours, and that you're walking away with some ideas to help your rescue dog feel safer and more secure. Thank you so much for joining me today. If this episode helped you, even give you some hope, I would love it if you give the podcast a positive rating, share it with a friend, and subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. Your support helps us to reach more dog lovers and keeps the positive message going. Until next time, take care and give your pup a big hug from me. Woofity woof!